I know it's been a few days now and you're moving on, but can you give us just a quick recap of what you thought from Marcus Mariota's first crack at it the other night?
Sure, Daniel. It's good to be with you. I think that, first of all, the first interception, the way it started early, it was a little tough. It's always tough on a young quarterback when that happens. And it seemed like there was a lot of factors that led to the problems. But overall, I think after the turnover, the interception, the fumble, he responded very strongly. It was terrific to see him be out there on the field and not let it affect him. And to me, that's what's an important part of playing that position. You got to be able to move past some of those things. The third down and 12 that he converted coming out of our territory, which was the third play after the fumble for a touchdown, where he moved in the pocket and made the throw down the field to Harry Douglas, just to me showed a tremendous amount about what he can be as a quarterback.
Coach, in scouting, they always tell us you want to get out and see those quarterbacks live in college when you're evaluating because there's stuff you can see when you're there in person. And to me, I thought the shot of you and him, it looked like you shared a laugh together after a couple of those turnovers. To me, it just showed that, hey, we'll just flush it and we'll move on. That was a great sign to see from him. Not too high, not too low. How much of an advantage is that for him?
Well, that's one of the things he's really handled himself well since he's been here. I think obviously having won the Heisman, being in a high-profile program, he's faced with a lot of the things that he's faced now, a lot of expectations, certainly a lot of criticisms, and he hasn't let those things bother him. But I think it's funny that you say that because in talking to him during the game, he didn't get too low. And certainly when he had the success on the next drive, it was, yeah, but I can still work on things to get better. So that mentality alone, like you said, I think is something that will allow him to be successful in this league.
Are you a little bit surprised at how solid he's been from under center? I think he only had, 5 snaps under center last year at Oregon. But to me, just watching me the day, I don't see any false steps at the top. He looked really fluid and smooth.
We've gone through a lot of steps, a lot of snaps with him in training camp and OTAs, and there have been a couple of not so much missed snaps, but missteps, some of the footwork things in doing that. It's a little bit different when you're having to open or you're having to reverse out and get to the right landmarks, especially when you're trying to get the backs to be disciplined in their holes. But he's really done a great job with it. I think we were just off the top of our head, since he's been with us, we probably had 350 exchanges, and we haven't fumbled one of them. So, that's a pretty good stat considering he didn't have a lot of experience with that.
How different is it for you as a coach going back to when you were playing? I would imagine when you were playing, maybe there with the Falcons, you didn't have people charting how many throws your quarterback had gone without throwing an interception. It seems like every day we get the daily statistics in the media.
It's unbelievable. I think that it's really kind of over the top. But, I'm glad that so many people are that interested or that excited in this young quarterback. So, it certainly puts a lot of pressure on him to live up to that, but it's funny. It really is funny. No matter who you are as a quarterback, at some point an interception's coming. But the interception watching and how long that went was quite a big deal.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.